Hi dear students, good morning and welcome to the new episode of English class. And today we are moving on to the comprehensive part of our third lesson. What was the title of our third lesson? Our third lesson was how the sea became salty. How the sea became salty. Today we are moving on to the comprehensive part. Okay, you please listen. First one is vocabulary ladder. The first comprehension is vocabulary ladder. VOCA VULARY vocabulary ladder. LADDER. What do you mean by ladder? Ladder. What is the use of a ladder? We can step into it. We can climb up. Okay, and then we can climb down also. And the intention of vocabulary ladder is to make you to climb up or to score your vocabulary, to make your vocabulary rich, to enrich your vocabulary. Okay, that means if you want to speak English or if you want to master the language English, you should have the maximum capacity of words. You should have the maximum capacity of words and you should try to learn at least 5 words in a day. You try to learn at least 5 words in a day and its meanings and its usages, and if it is a verb, its 3 forms and all the other things you have to learn. You try to learn at least minimum the 5 words in a day. Okay. First one is cunning. CUNNING. Cunning means sly, crafty. Cunning, crafty. Okay. Sometimes crooked. Cunning. Fox is a cunning animal. Fox is a clever animal, a cunning animal. Cunning fox. As cunning as a fox. We can use the expression as cunning as a fox. Okay. Then next one, pleaded. Request earnestly. Pleaded means request earnestly. Cunning. First one, cunning. CUNNING. Cunning means crafty. 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 Then cunning, crafty. Next one, which is the next one? Pleaded. PLEADED. Pleaded means request earnestly. REQUESTLY. Request earnestly. EARNESTLY. Request earnestly means request in a polite way. Request in a polite way. Earnestly. Next one, dwarf. DWARF. Dwarf means here a legendary creature. Legendary means legendary. ഐതിഹാസികമായ ഒരു creature. Creature means a living being. Creature. A legendary creature resembling a tiny old man. A short man. What is the meaning of dwarf? A short sized man. Then exuberant. Joyful or enthusiasm. Exuberant. What is the meaning of exuberant? Exuberant. Joyful or enthusiasm. Joyful or enthusiasm. Joyful. Listen to the spelling. Joyful or enthusiasm. 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 Exuberant, joyful or enthusiasm. The next one, sumptuous. Sumptuous means deluxe or superior in quality. Super qualified. Sumptuous means superior in quality. Sumptuous. SUMPTUOUS. Sumptuous means superior in quality. Superior in quality. In quality. QUALITY. Superior in quality. Sumptuous, superior in quality. The next one, intended. I intended to hurt you. That means I consciously decided to hurt you. Have in mind as a purpose. Purposefully. Intended means have in mind as a purpose. Intended. INTENDED. Intended means have in mind as a purpose. Have in mind as a purpose. As a purpose. Have in mind as a purpose. Intended. Have in mind as a purpose. Once again, you please listen here. Cunning means crafty. What is the meaning of cunning? Crafty. Next one, pleaded. Request earnestly. Pleaded means request earnestly. Next one, exuberant. Exuberant. Joyful or enthusiasm. Exuberant means joyful or enthusiasm. The next one, sumptuous. S-U-M-P-T-U-O-U-S. Sumptuous means superior in quality. Sumptuous, superior in quality. Intended, have in mind as a purpose. Intended, have in mind as a purpose. Let us take the other exercise. Next one is sentence making. Sentence making. S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E. Sentence making. M-A-K-I-N-G. Sentence making. Okay. Sentence making. First word is cunning. C-U. You write in the text using your pencils. C-U-N-N-I-N-G. Cunning. Can you make a sentence using the word cunning? Fox is a cunning animal. Fox is a cunning animal. C-U-N-N-I-N-G. Cunning animal. A-N-I-M-A-L. Fox is a cunning animal. Fox is a cunning animal. Next one. Plead. Plead means request earnestly. Plead. P-L-E-A-D. Plead. Can you make a sentence using the word plead? The culprit pleaded for mercy, or the thief pleaded for mercy. The thief, T-H-I-E-F, thief. Who is the thief? A person who steals something is called a thief. The thief pleaded, P-L-E-A-D-E-D, pleaded, P-L-E-A-D-E-D, pleaded for mercy. For mercy. M-E-R-C-Y. Mercy means kindness. Mercy, kindness. When the police came and arrested the thief pleaded for mercy. The thief pleaded for mercy. Next sentence, exuberant. Exuberant. E-X-U-B-E-R-A-N-T. Exuberant. It is the meaning of exuberant is enthusiasm or joyful. Exuberant. Children are exuberant to visit a zoo. Children are exuberant. Children are exuberant. E-X-U-B-E-R-A-N-T. Exuberant to visit a zoo. Visit a zoo. Listen to the sentence. Children are exuberant to visit a zoo. Children are exuberant to visit a zoo. Okay. The next one is indent. I-N-T-E-N-D. I-N-T-E-N-D. Indent. I-N-T-E-N-D. Indent. What is the meaning of indent? My cousin intended to hurt me. Intended to hurt me. My cousin intended to, I-N-T-E-N-D-E-D, intended to hurt me. H-U-R-T, hurt me. H-U-R-T, hurt. Okay, these are the words for sentence making. Once again, you please listen here. Cunning. You write it with your pencil in your text. Okay. Cunning. Fox is a cunning animal. Fox is a cunning animal. Next one. Plead. The thief pleaded for mercy. The thief pleaded for mercy. Next one. Exuberant. E-X-U-B-E-R-A-N-T. Exuberant. Children are exuberant to visit a zoo. Children are exuberant to visit a zoo. Next one. Indent. My cousin intended to hurt me. My cousin intended to hurt me. Intended. My cousin intended to hurt me. H-U-R-T-M-E. Once again, cunning. Fox is a cunning animal. Plead. The thief pleaded for mercy. Next one, exuberant. Children are exuberant to visit a zoo. Next one, intended. My cousin intended to hurt me. My cousin intended to hurt me. Okay. Next segment. Tick the correct answers. All of you take page number 13. Tick the correct answers. Ratan and Mohan lived dash. First option, happily together. Second option, by selling salt. Which one is correct? The first option is correct. Then the sentence will become Ratan and Mohan lived happily together. 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 Next one, Sheila was a dash. Very nice woman, cunning woman. Which one is correct? Cunning woman. Sheila was a cunning woman. Second option is correct. Then next one, Ratan with the help of the grinding machine helped others cut and sold wood. Which one is correct? Helped others. First option is correct. Helped others. Next one, the machine would stop when Ratan said, my stomach is full. Thank you for your kindness. Which one is correct? Thank you for your kindness. Okay, I will read that 4 sentences once again. You please listen to your text. Ratan and Mohan lived happily together. Is it right? Ratan and Mohan lived happily together. Then Sheila was a cunning woman. Sheila was a cunning woman. Next one, Ratan with the help of the grinding machine helped others. Third one, Ratan with the help of the grinding machine helped others. Next one, the machine would stop when Ratan said, the machine would stop when Ratan said, thank you for your kindness. The machine would stop when Ratan said, thank you for your kindness. Next one, question answers. The notes will come to you. And the next segment is say true or false. Ratan and Mohan lived on a mountain. Is it right? No. Which is the right sentence? Ratan and Mohan lived on a village near the sea. Ratan and Mohan lived on a village near the sea. And then it is false. F. And you write the letter F here. You write the letter F in the first column. F. The next one, Sheila sent Ratan to the forest to get fruits. It is also a false statement. Sheila sent Ratan to the forest to bring firewood. Then the grinding machine was magical. Yes. True. First one is false. Then second one is false. Third one is true. Then fourth one, Ratan was a kind-hearted man. True. Ratan was a kind-hearted man. True. Ratan was a kind-hearted man. Then next one, Ratan gifted the grinding machine to Mohan and Sheila. False. They steal it. Fifth one, false. Ratan did not give the grinding machine to Mohan and Sheila as a gift, but they stole the grinding machine. They stole the grinding machine. Once again, I will read that 5 sentences. Ratan and Mohan lived on a mountain. It is false. The next one, Sheila sent Ratan to the forest to get fruits. It is false. Third one, the grinding machine was magical. It is true. So we write the letter T. And fourth one, Ratan was a kind-hearted man. It is a true statement. T. Then fifth one, Ratan gifted the grinding machine to Mohan and Sheila. It is false. Okay, it is false. Next segment, who said it to whom? Get some fire. Get some fire. Who said these words? Get some fire. Who said? Sheila said these words to Rattan. First one you write in this text. Sheila said these words to Rattan. Sheila said these words. Said to Rattan. R-A-T-A-N. Rattan. Sheila said it to Rattan. Sheila said it to Rattan. These words were spoken by Sheila to Rattan. Get me fire. Who said these words? Sheila said these words to Rattan. Sheila said it to Rattan. Sheila said it to Rattan. The next one. I will stop when you say thank you for. It will stop when you say thank you for your kindness. Who said these words? The dwarf said these words to Rattan. The dwarf D-W-A-R-V-E-S, Das said these words, said it to Rattan. The dwarf said it to Rattan, R-A-T-A-N. The dwarf said it to Rattan. Next one. We are salt merchants. Who said these words? We are salt merchants. Who said these words? When the captain asked Sheila or Mohan, Sheila said that we are salt merchants. Who said these words? Sheila said it to the captain. Sheila, third one. Sheila said it to the captain. Sheila said it to the captain. Okay, I will read that three quotations and who said it to whom. First one, get some fire. Who said these words? Sheila said it to Rattan. Get some fire. Who said these words? Sheila said it to Rattan. Next one, it will stop when you say thank you for your kindness. The dogs said it to Rattan. When the dogs handed over the grinding machine to Rattan, they said that when you want to stop it, you said thank you for your kindness. When you want it to stop, when you say thank you for your kindness. Then third one, we are salt merchants. Who said this word? Sheila said it to captain. Sheila said it to the captain. Okay, then listening and speaking. Good feelings bring happiness, negative feelings bring sadness and pain. Good feelings brings happiness. Always when somebody says that you are looking so beautiful, or you got the higher marks in the exams, or your parents are looking smart, or your grandmother is a good lady. When somebody says some positive thing, you will become very happy. We will become very happy. Our classroom is very good. When we heard that, or when you do a project work, it is excellent. If your teacher is saying that it is excellent, you feel happiness. Okay. When somebody say good of you, you feel happiness. And when somebody say ill of you, why are you looking so gloomy? Then when the teacher is asking you why are you looking so sad, or why are you looking sleepy, when you hear a negative comment, you will feel sadness and pain. When you hear a negative comment, you will feel sadness and pain. Then form pairs and share with your partner. When do you feel happy? What is the reason for your happiness? And who made you happy? Who made you happy means sometimes it is your mother, sometimes it is your father, and sometimes it will be your siblings. Okay, how do you express your happiness? How do you express your happiness? If your mother is making you a remark or positive comment, you will hug her. How do you express your happiness? Then when do you feel sad? When do you feel sad? Which are the things that make you sad? When you get lower marks in the exam, you will be sad, or you will have pain. How do you express your sadness? Who made you sad? Your teacher, parent, or anybody made you sad? Okay. Then elders will always tell us not to be greedy, but must take only what we want, not more. Why? Does it create problems for us and others? Write 4 to 5 sentences. You can also narrate the incident when you overate a dish because it was your favorite dish. Okay, that is writing segment that we can do in the WhatsApp. Then grammar work. Next is grammar. Grammar. We have learned that there are three tenses: past tense, present tense and future tense. Let us learn more about them. In the previous chapter we studied the continuous forms of past, present and future. Today we are saying that present continuous tense. What is the form of present continuous tense? Present, P-R-E-S-E-N-T, present continuous, T-O-N-T-I-N-U-O-U-S, present continuous tense. The form of present continuous tense is, you have already learned that am, is or are plus ing form of the verb. The form of present continuous tense is subject plus am, is, are. Any one. Am, either am, is or are. Am, is, are plus ing form of the verb. The form of present continuous tense is subject plus am, is, are plus ing form of the verb. Okay, subject plus am, is, are plus ing form of the verb. For example, she is singing, then we are playing, then I am writing. Subject plus am, is, are plus ing plus object. We can write the object also. Okay, the form of present continuous tense is subject plus am, is, are plus ing form of the verb. Then if the subject is I, we use am plus ing form. If the subject is singular, we use is plus ing form of the verb. And if the subject is plural, we use are plus ing form of the verb. Filling the blanks with the present continuous tense. He dashed to play. He is a singular subject, so we use is. The verb is play. Sorry, go. The verb is go. Is plus going. Go plus ing. Is plus ing form of the verb. Going to play. He is going to play. He is going to play. You write the form of correct word in the dash. He is going to play. Then next one, first one. Then next one. We dash a movie. Watch. We. What kind of a subject is it? It is a plural subject. So we use are. We are. Then which is the verb there? Watch. Then ing form of watch. Watching. We are watching. We are watching. Are watching. You write in the dash. Are watching. We are watching a movie. We are watching a movie. M-O-V-I-E. We are watching a movie. Okay. Then, which is the third sentence? The third sentence is she dashed on the stage. Dance. She dashed on the stage. Dash on the stage. The verb is dance. The verb is dance. Then she is a singular verb. Singular verb with the singular verb we use is, and the ing form of the verb dance is dancing. Okay, the ing form of the verb dance is dancing. Now the sentence is she is dancing on the stage. She is dancing on the stage. Okay, then which is the fourth one? The fourth sentence is that I dashed a letter. I dashed a letter. I dashed a letter. With I we use which word? Am. Which auxiliary verb? Am. I am. I am. Which is the verb there? Write. The ing form of write, continuous form of write is writing. I am writing a letter. I am writing a letter. Is it clear? I am writing a letter. Then the next one, They dashed their house. Paint. Fifth one. They is the subject. They. It is a plural subject. So we use they are. Which is the verb there? Paint. Ing form of paint is painting. 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 They are painting their house. They are painting their house. I hope all of you understood the form of present continuous tense. The form of present continuous tense is subject plus are, is, are plus ing form of the verb. Then the subject is singular, so we use is plus ing form of the verb is going. Then the subject is plural we, so we use are plus ing form of the verb are watching. Then she is a singular subject, so we use is plus ing form of the verb is dancing. Then I is always we use am with the I, the am with the subject I. Okay, I am writing. Then they is a plural subject, so we use are plus ing form of the verb. They are playing. Is it clear? I hope all of you understood what is present continuous tense. Then past, next one, past continuous tense. Next one is past continuous tense. Then we studied present continuous tense, and next one is past continuous tense. Past. Okay, the form of past continuous tense is subject plus present is am, is, are, and the past is was, were. Subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb plus object. What is the form of present past continuous tense? Subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. Ing plus main verb or main verb plus ing plus object. Okay. Subject plus was or were plus main verb plus ing. First verb is the main verb plus ing. Then with the singular subject we use was, and with the plural subject we use were. Okay, what is the difference between was and were? With the singular subject, if the subject is singular, singular means only one and more than one is plural. Singular subject we use was plus ing form, and with the plural subject we use were plus ing form of the verb. Exercise. I dashed music. First one. I dashed music. To music. I dashed music. It is a singular subject. I. How many persons are there? I. One. So it is a singular subject. Then I was. The verb is listen. Ing form of listen is listening. Listening. I was listening to music. Which is the word there? I was listening to music. I was listening to music. Subject plus was plus ing form of the verb plus object. Okay. Then next, she dashed the road across. She dashed the road. The verb is cross. She is a singular subject. What kind of a subject is she? Singular. So we use she was cross plus ing. Crossing. She was crossing the road. She was crossing the road. She was crossing the road. Next one. Last winter we. Third one. Last winter. We is the subject. Last winter we dashed to America. Travel. We is the subject. We is a plural subject. We were. It is a plural subject. So we use the auxiliary verb were. Travel plus ing. Traveling. L-L-I-N-G. We were traveling. L-L-I-N-G. We were traveling to America. Last winter we were traveling to America. A-M-E-R-I-C-A. America was letter capital because it's a proper noun. Okay. Fourth one. Mother dashed when guests arrived. Mother dashed Fourth one, mother dash when the guest arrived. When the guest arrived. Guest arrived. Mother dash when the guest arrived. Mother, the verb is cook. Mother is a singular subject, so we use mother was. Ing form of the verb cook is cooking. Mother was cooking when the guest arrived. Mother was cooking when the guest arrived. And next one, students dash when the teacher entered. Students, students dash when the teacher arrived. When the teacher ended. Students dash when the teacher ended. Students dash when the teacher ended. Students is a plural subject, so we use where, and the verb is shout. Then ing form of shout is shouting. Students were shouting when the teacher ended. Students were shouting when the teacher ended. You listen to the text once again. I was listening to music. We use was because it is a singular subject. She was crossing the road. She is a singular subject, so we use was. Last winter, we were traveling to America. We is plural subject, so we use were. Then mother, M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother was cooking when the guests arrived. Mother is a singular subject, so we use was plus ing form of the verb. Students is a plural subject, so we use students were shouting. Were plus ing form of the verb when the teacher ended. Is it clear? Then we are moving on to the next segment. Next part, future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. The form of future continuous tense is subject plus will be or shall be. Will be or shall be plus ing form of the verb. What is the form of future continuous tense? Subject plus will be or shall be plus ing form of the verb plus object. What is the form of present continuous? Subject plus am, is, are plus ing form of the verb. And past continuous, subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. Now future continuous tense, subject plus will be or shall be plus ing form of the verb plus object. Okay. Then the example is my brother will be playing in the tournament. My brother. If the subject is singular or plural, we can use will be or shall be. My brother will be playing. Play plus ing, playing. Will be playing in the tournament. Tournament. T-O-U-R-N-A-M-E-N-T. My brother will be playing in the tournament. Listen here. My brother will be playing in the tournament. Next one. I dash married next month. I dash married next month. I will be getting married next month. I will be getting. Get is the verb ing form of the get is getting. I will be getting married last month. Sorry, next month. Next month. Okay, listen here. I will be playing in the tournament. Then I will be getting married next month. Next sentence is, where dash you? Where dash you dash now? Verb is go. Where WHL where will be plus ing form of verb. Where will you be going? Where will you be going? Where will you be going? Where will you be going now? Where will you be going now? Where will you be going now? ing. Where will you is already there. Where will you be going? Will be going is the form of future continuous tense. Will be going. You is already there. Okay. Where will you be going now? The next one. They dash by plane. They shall be traveling by plane. They shall be. They. Fourth one. They shall be traveling. Travelling. They shall be traveling by plane. By plane. They shall be traveling by plane. They shall be traveling by plane. The next one. She dash a dress. She will be buying a dress. Fifth one. She dash a dress. She will be, buy is the verb, buying. She will be buying a dress. She will be buying a dress. Once again, my brother will be playing in the tournament. You listen to your text whether you are writing the correct or wrong answer. My brother will be playing in the tournament. I will be getting married next month. Where will be you going now? They shall be traveling by plane. And she will be playing a dress. Okay. We studied the present continuous tense, past continuous tense and the future continuous tense. The form of present continuous tense is am is are plus ing form of the verb. Past continuous tense, subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. Future continuous tense, subject plus will be or shall be plus ing form of the verb. Take page number 34. There is an I value live segment. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. Martin Kornfeld. Okay, this is a saying by Martin Kornfeld. What he said? If we do one random act of kindness daily, if you do one act of kindness daily, if you help one needy person daily, what will happen? We just might set the world in the right direction. We are leading the world into right direction. Okay. Then next one, activity corner. Bring lemon, salt, sugar and water. Make lemonade. Then you should bring. Do you know how to make a lemon juice? To make a lime juice nowadays, lemon are available in cheap rate. So you take one slice of lemon or one piece of lemon, then squeeze it into a glass and then put some salt and a little amount of salt and a huge amount of sugar and add water to it, and you can make tasty lemonade. Tasty lemonade. If you like the taste of ginger or some cardamom, you can put some ginger and cardamom also. It is very good. What happens if you put any of the ingredient more than required? If you put less sugar and more salt, what will happen? You can make delicious lemonade only if you use the ingredients judiciously. Only if you use the ingredients judiciously, you can make it a good one. Okay. Then this will be enough for today. This is the end of our third lesson, and tomorrow we will see with a new episode and a new lesson. Thank you.